Yo quiero uno más.
Uno más? ¿De
Yeah.
cuál color?
For mi esposa. Actually, give me two.
Okay.
A
What
mini
size?
one. A mini one. Mini.
Mini? All right, done.
Cardi B reportedly became emotional after Stefon Diggs finally made the commitment she had been waiting to hear about marriage. The moment quickly sparked major reactions online, with fans flooding social media with clips, memes, and emotional responses as their unexpected relationship updates spread everywhere. Their romance has often been described as a roller coaster, filled with rumors, ups and downs, and constant public attention. In recent weeks, speculation had already been growing that things between them were becoming complicated behind the scenes. Sources close to the couple claimed Cardi had been feeling emotionally exhausted and uncertain about where she truly stood in Stefon's life. Friends allegedly noticed her becoming quieter, more reflective, and increasingly focused on her future beyond fame and public appearances. According to insiders, tensions reportedly reached a peak after another difficult conversation about marriage seemed to go nowhere. But everything changed when Stefon finally reassured her about their future together, leading to the emotional moment that now has the internet completely talking.
You really love me!
Then came the emotional moment that reportedly changed everything between Cardi B and Stefon Diggs. According to online rumors and fan speculation, Cardi finally broke down in tears, admitting she could no longer keep giving her heart without knowing where the relationship was headed. Her emotional confession instantly resonated with fans, many of whom related to the fear of loving someone without certainty about the future. Sources claim Stefon had secretly planned an intimate candlelit dinner for just the two of them, far away from cameras, crowds, and social media attention. The setting was described as deeply personal, with candles lighting the room, soft music playing in the background, and photographs of some of their happiest memories together placed around the space. Supporters online quickly called it one of the most emotional celebrity relationship moments in recent weeks, fueling even more curiosity about what could happen next in their unpredictable love story.
Castle. I'm talking a real castle.
This is my movie. You sit all the way over at the end while I stare at you.
Look how beautiful. This man is so adventurous. He got us in a fucking castle. Like, look at this. Like, I can't believe we're staying in some place like this. This is insane. Gee. Child, look at the toilet, child. Ooh. This is the toilet. This is where I'm gonna take the royal shit. And this is where I'm gonna wash my royal hiney.
Every photo surrounding the room reportedly served as a reminder of how far Cardi B and Stefon Diggs had come together. But as they sat across from each other, Cardi allegedly sensed that something felt different. Stefon had gone unusually quiet, creating the kind of tense silence that often comes before a life-changing moment. According to the story circulating online, he suddenly stood up with tears in his eyes and began speaking from the heart. He reportedly thanked Cardi for standing beside him through difficult times, loving him even when he felt lost, and refusing to walk away despite the struggles in their relationship. Then came the emotional promise that stunned her completely. Stefon allegedly told her that he wanted her in his future and promised that he would marry her. The moment reportedly overwhelmed Cardi, leaving her frozen in shock before finally breaking down emotionally as the reality of his words fully hit her.
It's like change now is our work schedule now, because now he's really locked in. Like he's in his season right now, and I'm putting out an album right now. So it's like we can't see each other even if we wanted to.
Yeah.
He'll fly over here to see me, and I'll fly to him to see us. Now it's like, this is what we talked about all year, huh?
Here
it's
we
our
are.
season. We always talked about September. Now we here, and it's like,
how you doing? How you do? Like how you dealing with it?
We just talk to each other every day, and it's like, we gotta keep it. This is what we was asking for. He just came out of a ACL injury, and it's like he got something to prove, and I got something to prove too.
Are you about to be like one of these, like an athlete's right? Like you're gonna be at the games and like with the kids. Like are you gonna be on the sidelines in football apparel?
I'm gonna go to a couple of games, but like I get too anxious. I feel too anxious.
Really?
I might be like, it's not safe. God, I might get
You don't
banned.
run out on the field?
I might get banned. Like, you know, they're gonna ban me from the stadium.
Oh my God.
The moment those words left his mouth, everything in the room shifted. She didn't hesitate. She didn't hold it in. She broke down completely, tears spilling before she could even try to compose herself. In seconds, she was in his arms, shaking as she sobbed, her voice barely steady enough to form words. "I just wanted to know you chose me," she whispered through tears. "I just wanted to feel safe." Those who witnessed it later described the atmosphere as almost unreal, like the entire room had been suspended in a shared emotional moment that nobody could interrupt. It wasn't loud chaos or dramatic shouting. It was something softer, heavier, more intimate. Tears quietly falling. Nervous laughter breaking through shock. Relief washing over faces that had been tense for weeks. Everything seemed to blur together into a single emotional release. For Cardi B, that moment wasn't just about romance or public attention. It represented something deeper. It was healing. It was validation. It was the release of emotional pressure she had been carrying silently for weeks, maybe even longer. The uncertainty, the emotional guessing, the fear of being in something real but undefined, it all seemed to collapse in that instant. For her, this wasn't just about a promise of marriage. It was about finally feeling chosen without hesitation. People close to the situation said the energy in the room changed immediately after. What had been tension turned into something fragile but warm. A kind of emotional stillness followed, as if everyone understood they had just witnessed a turning point that couldn't be undone. And for fans, the reaction was immediate. The moment the news began circulating online, social media erupted. People couldn't believe what they were reading, and even less what they would soon see in clips and reposts. Within minutes, timelines were flooded with reactions, opinions, and emotional commentary. One fan wrote, "Cardi deserves happiness after everything she's been through," a sentiment that quickly gained thousands of likes and reposts. Another commented, "Stefon Diggs finally stepped up. I'm shocked, but I'm happy for her." Across platforms, reactions ranged from celebration to disbelief. Some called it the most emotional moment they had ever seen from Cardi. Others praised Stefon Diggs for what they described as a rare moment of emotional honesty and commitment. A few remained skeptical, questioning whether the promise would truly lead anywhere permanent or simply fade as many celebrity stories often do. Still, despite the mixed reactions, there was an undeniable wave of hope attached to the moment. Inside sources later suggested that serious conversations had already begun about the future. Not just casual talk, but discussions about a private ceremony, something intimate and away from the constant pressure of public attention. According to those close to them, there was also talk of a larger celebration later on, something more traditional and grand once things were more settled. No official dates were confirmed, but people around Cardi noted a noticeable change in her behavior after that night. She seemed lighter, more present, less burdened. Friends described her as calmer, smiling more often, laughing more freely, and carrying herself with a sense of peace that had been missing for some time. Some even said she had been referring to Diggs in softer, more affectionate ways, including jokingly calling him "my future husband" in private conversations. To fans watching from the outside, it raised one major question. Was this finally the beginning of a long-awaited love story resolution, or just another emotional chapter in a public relationship full of uncertainty? That uncertainty had been building for weeks before the emotional moment. For a long time, fans had been speculating about the nature of their relationship. Were they serious? Were they just enjoying each other's company without long-term intent? Was it love, or simply chemistry playing out in public? The tabloids fed on the confusion. Online debates grew louder. Every public appearance, every interview mention, every subtle interaction was analyzed frame by frame. People picked sides without having the full picture. Behind the scenes, however, things were more complicated than what was visible online. According to close sources, Cardi had been struggling emotionally with the lack of clarity in the relationship. Even though there was strong chemistry and visible affection, there was also an emotional gap that she couldn't ignore. She reportedly felt uncertain about where things were heading, and that uncertainty began to weigh heavily on her. She tried to maintain her public confidence. She continued showing up to events, performing, and engaging with fans. On the surface, everything looked fine, but privately, the emotional tension was growing. Those close to her described it as a quiet fear that she was emotionally investing more deeply than the other person was ready to match. That emotional imbalance, whether real or perceived, slowly built pressure inside her until it eventually reached a breaking point. The turning point reportedly came after a private dinner outing. The two had spent the evening at a high-end restaurant, away from cameras and crowds. At first, everything seemed normal, but according to insiders, Cardi was unusually quiet. The usual playful energy she was known for wasn't there. Instead, there was distance, a kind of emotional heaviness that even Stefon Diggs noticed immediately. As they left the dinner, the tension between them was undeniable. Later, in a private setting, he finally asked her what was wrong. "Why are you looking at me like you're about to cry?" he reportedly said. That question opened the door she had been holding shut for a long time. Her voice shook as she responded. "I just want to know if I'm wasting my time," she said. "I love you, but I can't keep guessing how you feel." The room reportedly went silent after that. Not just quiet, but emotionally frozen, as if even the air had stopped moving. Then came the moment that changed everything. Stefon Diggs stepped closer. The energy shifted completely. Instead of pulling away or avoiding the intensity, he stayed present. He looked at her directly, his expression serious, his voice softer than before. "You're not wasting your time," he told her. "You never were. I just needed to be sure I was ready to be the man you deserve." There was a pause. A deep one. The kind that carries weight. Then he continued, his voice cracking slightly with emotion. "But I know now." And that was when he said it. "I promise you I'm going to marry you. Not someday in a vague way. I mean it. I promise you." He didn't stop there. "Cardi, you will be my wife." That sentence landed like a final answer to weeks of uncertainty. In that moment, everything changed. Cardi broke down instantly. But this time, it wasn't confusion or emotional exhaustion. It was relief. Pure, overwhelming relief. The kind that comes when emotional tension finally releases after being held in for too long. She fell into his arms, crying uncontrollably. Her hands clutched his shirt as if she was trying to anchor herself to the reality of what she had just heard. People who witnessed it described it as one of the most emotionally raw moments they had ever seen between two public figures. She kept asking through tears if he truly meant it. If it was real. If it wasn't just words spoken in the heat of emotion. And he reportedly looked at her and said clearly, "I swear on everything. You are my future." They stayed in that moment for several minutes, holding each other as the emotional weight slowly settled. When the footage of the moment eventually reached social media, the reaction was explosive. People cried watching it. Comment sections filled with emotional responses. Clips were shared millions of times within hours. Fans described it as unreal, cinematic, and something out of a movie. One comment read, "This is the Cardi we've been rooting for." Another said, "Don't break her heart. She deserves real love." The internet turned the moment into a global conversation about love, vulnerability, and emotional honesty. As the days followed, insiders reported that something about Cardi seemed visibly different. She appeared more relaxed, more grounded, less guarded, more emotionally open. At the same time, Diggs was reportedly taking steps that suggested seriousness about the relationship. Conversations with family were mentioned. Long-term planning was quietly discussed. Even subtle hints about future commitment began to circulate. No engagement ring was publicly shown, and no official announcement was made. But speculation continued to grow. Was this the beginning of something permanent? Or just another intense chapter in a relationship shaped by fame, pressure, and emotion? For now, there are no clear answers. But what remains undeniable is the impact of that night. It wasn't just another celebrity headline. It was a moment filled with vulnerability, fear, hope, and emotional truth. And whether it leads to a lasting future or not, it marked a shift, one that neither of them seems likely to forget anytime soon.